Board of Education meeting. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
Madam President, I move that we approve the agenda with the following amendments. B1, additional certified and classified personnel action item number B-2, and B2, move item number C-3 on the original agenda, resolution recognizing law enforcement through item F-1 under new business.
Is there a second? Second. Any discussion? All in favor, please raise your hand. Motion passed. I guess we're moving next to the Excellence of Wellness Awards.
So Tracy Johnson is here tonight to introduce some people and present some awards.
I am, and two of our ladies cannot make it. One's in Wichita and one's on vacation. But they're both from Victor and Alice. And the first one is Jamie Terry, and Jamie's been with the district a long time. And her nominee was Nikki Allen, and she wrote, Jamie Terry is an excellent, healthy role model at Victor and Alice for our staff and students. Throughout the year, she's offered time to work out videos or walk with any of the staff members that want to participate. She participates in all healthy challenges and challenges her students to work out as well. She does a wonderful job of including everyone and keeping everyone healthy. And she really does. She has a whole group of the VO staff members going down that Fit Body Boot Camp, and I mean, they are like after it. And she also was instrumental in getting a bunch of them organized to do triathlons last year, and it was really fun. I think at the Holcomb Tri they had like 8, so it was really cool. She's a ball of fire and a good spokesperson for wellness. The other one is Bryn Hill. Bryn will be taking Nikki Allen's spot as our wellness champion at Victor and Alice. Nikki's going to be way missed, and if you guys know, I know you've heard that the track is a go, and so that's really cool. She was instrumental in raising that money. And Bryn was also instrumental about going out and knocking on doors and raising money. Bryn is a very healthy role model for our school and for the students. She helped coach a running club for 3rd and 4th graders, encourage them to get better and do their best. She's dedicated a lot of time and effort to the program. Bryn has also been working hard at fundraising and writing grants to help Victor and Alice have a walking track. She knows how much it will benefit our staff, students, and community. She is very positive and a great, healthy role model. And both Bryn and Jamie, they do a lot outside of their contract day with the students and with staff, so I commend them. The next two ladies, come on up. I'm very proud of these two ladies. Robin, you're on top, so you get to go first.
Okay.
Alrighty, this is Robin Lightfoot. Robin works in my office, and I am super, super proud of Robin. I have a script, but I probably won't stick to it. This New Year's, Robin started with a mission. We had several teams for the corporate meltdown, and we had a grant that sponsored the team. So if they got together a group of 5, then the school district, the grant, would pay for them to enter the corporate meltdown. She was on fire. She wrote a testimonial for another grant, and I was going to read it, but it probably made me cry. She decided to get healthy in a nutshell. She became the leader of her group. She joins in all the challenges. She lost how many pounds?
18 now. 18
pounds since the first year, and she's done it wisely. And she has passed it down. One of her reasons is sitting over there. her grandkids, and I mean she wants to be a healthy role model, and she continued to that. And she also has been really good with some of our ladies and holding book studies. And the other thing that she has joined is the Diabetic Prevention Program. The Diabetic Prevention Program is a grant through St. Catherine's Hospital in Louisville, Finney County, and it's a free 1-year class. The first 6 months they have to meet every week, and you have to be pre-diabetic, so you just have to make certain criteria. And this group at ESC has gone to town. They've really been committed. I think she's learned a lot and practices what she learns. And she's not, what I like about Robin is she's a cheerleader. She's not a nagger, she's a cheerleader. I mean, she sees somebody doing right and she's like, yeah, go after it. So, Robin, here you go.
Thank you.
All right, Nelda, our second ESC Wellness cheerleader. Nelda deserves to be recognized with the Excellent Wellness Award. She sets up educational displays on various aspects of health, such as drinking water, healthy food options, and physical activity. Okay, like, I'm kind of a great person, and I'm like, yeah, let's do this and this. And she's the one that says, all right, Tracy said it. She's not going to do it. I'll do it. It's true. These displays are available not only for USD-457 employees, but community members that visit the ESC building. So we always try to set them up front. Nelda promotes a healthy lifestyle by assisting with planning and participating in district-wide health activities such as staff labs, Health Awareness Week, and the district-wide 5K fun runs and many other activities through the year. Nelda teams with the Wellness Champions to assist staff health challenges for the ESC staff, as well as many in the building levels and challenges. No matter what the challenges, these two ladies are in it. Nelda models and encourages staff to participate in daily physical activity. Staff seek Nelda for support and encouragement when trying to meet personal goals that they're set. She has a warm smile and encouraging word for staff that may be struggling to maintain or accomplishment goals. Congratulations, Nelda. You guys just want to go up?
Once again.
Sure. Good word.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And it's thanks to you, all the staff, the administration being supportive and letting us do it too.
Tracy, thank you so much. This is really wonderful to see, the program that you promote, because that's really our first order of business. I feel like we're a back to basics meeting tonight with wellness and safety here in our room. And we really can't do anything unless people are healthy and able to participate in things. So I really appreciate it. And thank you, ladies, for really being involved in promoting it with our students, because I think this is a place where we can educate them for lifelong wellness and health. So thanks a lot.
Thank you for supporting us.
Our next recognition is for Laura. Okay, that's fine.
Madam President, thank you all. A couple of comments. First, I think maybe not everybody in the audience realizes, and certainly some people in our community may not realize, that being a school board member is not a paid position. Our school board members dedicate a lot of time, personal time. We give them a lot of information. They spend time for over that. They spend time in our schools and our community, really focusing on the issues in education that are important. And certainly when you choose to put yourself out there to become president or in a leadership role on the board, that time commitment increases. Laura, I really want to thank you for a great first year for me as superintendent in working with a wonderful president. As superintendent, that is certainly very important to you. As you work very closely with the president of the board, and you did a phenomenal job. I appreciate all the time and effort and the help and support that you gave me and the kids in the community and the district. So we have a plaque we'd like to present you with. Thank you for all you've done.
Laura, would you like to? I think I said that last week, the last meeting, when I handed you out, thank you for the honor and the pleasure. It was a great year. Thank you for
appreciate all the effort that you made. I think the board is better because of your leadership, so thank you, and we're gonna count on you still, so you can hang the flag up, but don't forget.
I'm there to support you now, Jean.
Thank you. Anything else? Okay. The next is a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Madam President, I move that we approve the consent agenda, agenda item E1 through 5G.
Second. Is there any discussion? All in favor, please raise your hand. Any opposed? Motion carries. And we'll move on to the discussion items. First one is the new business. The resolution recognizing the contributions of law enforcement. We have a resolution supporting and recognizing and honoring the services of law enforcement officers in our community. And we wanted to do this to make sure that you all understood how much we appreciate you and to make sure that the community understood that as well. So I will go ahead and read this, but it's really for all of the branches of law enforcement that are represented. Whereas the Garden City Police Department, Finney County Sheriff's Office, and Kansas Highway Patrol exhibit honor, courtesy, courage, and professionalism in the line of duty as they protect and serve our community and schools. And whereas these professionals confront threats to the peace and security of our community and schools on a daily basis. And whereas law enforcement is an honorable, dedicated, and hardworking profession that diligently seeks to make our community and schools livable and safe. And whereas the men and women of law enforcement should be respected for the duty and job that they perform in our community and schools. Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Education of Unified School District number 457, Finney County, Kansas, publicly salutes the services of law enforcement officers in our community and in communities across the nation. This is a resolution that we'll be voting on. So is there a motion to approve the resolution? Second. Is there any discussion? Okay, all in favor, please raise your hand. Okay, the motion carried and the resolution passed on this 25th day of July, 2016. And it will be signed by me as board president on behalf of the board.
I'd like to recognize a few of the officers we have, and I think maybe Dave put in, recognize the people that they've brought with them. So, first, Sheriff Kevin Maskey is here representing the County Sheriff's Department. Sheriff Maskey, thanks for being here.
You're welcome. Thank you for the recognition and support. And I can tell you that we've had some discussion over the previous days about what's going on around the country and involving law enforcement in our community. And we've talked about how grateful we are that we live and work in a community that feels the way that what you're recognizing us for tonight. And so we greatly appreciate that. I brought with me tonight Captain Mike Warren. He's our patrol captain. And Lieutenant Ted Ortiz of our patrol division. And Patrol Deputy Robert Pacheco from patrol. And Patrol Deputy Jason Hope.
Chief Mike Hughes is here from the Garden City Police Department. Chief Hughes, if you could recognize your folks.
Sure. Thank you for the service you guys do. I know it's the most highly paid job. Maybe I'll run. No, I already did. I echo the sheriff's sentiments. One thing that a lot of people aren't aware of, when we get our partners in law enforcement come in this community, they are amazed at the partnership that the police department, sheriff's office, and highway patrol have. And any given incident where we need assistance, a phone call, a radio call, and the help is there. But thank you for allowing us, the Garden City Police Department to be part of the school district by having 4 school resource officers there. 4 SROs in the schools is not, if you look back at statistics, it's not that they're in there making arrests. They're making connections and partnerships with all parts of life. There's probably close to a third of the community that lives and goes to the schools. So we have 4 SROs that are constantly interacting with those kids. And what's more important is, after school, I still have kids coming up to former SROs, hugging them, shaking hands, giving high fives, fist bumps, you name it, they're doing it. But partnerships that we do, not just with the SROs, but the officers that come in and do speaking engagements, the officers that stop, park their patrol cars in front of schools and do paperwork to add that little extra security is imperative. And the resolution that you passed tonight is a big piece of our appreciation. We appreciate it on behalf of the men and women of the police department. We appreciate you recognizing us that we are all part of Garden City. Whether you're a person in blue, wearing a badge, or if you're a citizen, we're all part of Garden City and unified. But without further ado, let me recognize some. I don't know if we've ever brought our SROs into the board meetings. So one thing I would ask you to think about in the future of Dr. Department is these SROs bring some amazing programs in the schools. You might want to consider having them present one of some of these programs. They're excellent programs that they do. First one is Officer Robert O'Hayden. Robert is a returning vet to the schools. He's at Forest Good and Bernese Six, right? Okay. And you need to talk to Robert. Robert's got some good programs coming in. Next is Tanya Bradley. She's a senior master patrol officer. This is her first year as an SRO. She volunteered for the assignment, and she is assigned, one of the 2 officers assigned at the Garden City High School. She brings a lot of seniority and expertise from not just as a patrol officer, but as a detective, and a great working relationship with kids. Thanks, Tom. Juan Martinez. Juan's a returning vet. Juan is at the Garden City High School as well, so he's going to help Tanya get acclimated. Juan's been with our department for a while. He's also on our SWAT team. Thanks, Juan. Chance Hill will be at Kenneth Anderson. He's a returning vet. He's not able to be here because he's on our work. But thank you. We do appreciate it, and we look forward to serving more time with the school district.
And Josh Gear from Kansas Highway Patrol.
Thank you, board members. For the Highway Patrol for Southwest Kansas, which is True B, I live here in Garden City, and for the Highway Patrol, we have 24 counties in Southwest Kansas that we work with, and like Chief Utes said, we have a great working relationship with all the law enforcement here in Garden City, as well as all the adjacent counties throughout Southwest Kansas. I know traveling throughout, the bigger cities, Dodge and Liberal, Lieutenant Don Leatherman was recently from Liberal, but I know the other areas, I work great with those other departments, but there's just not that mesh that Garden City and Finney County has. But we work with all the school districts throughout Southwest Kansas, but this is Lieutenant Don Leatherman, Trooper Greg Etris, and Trooper Dylan Barnes. Thank you very much.
Folks, we'd like to ask you to come by and shake hands and get a buffalo fan.
Go ahead.
Very big pleasure. How are you doing? Good luck. We are
Hi, can you shake your hand for us? And this guy?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I just wanted to say, in regards to the law enforcement and the resolution, that having those members of the community in here, it not only shows the community how safe, we are making the effort to have our schools, but they also serve as role models for our students when they're in the schools and when we acknowledge them through the resolution. And that's one of the things that I think we're trying to show our students and teach our students, that law enforcement is an essential function of government, and it's important to our society to recognize those people who do those types of jobs. So I really appreciate that. We have this resolution and able to get such good participation from law enforcement officers. Thank you for all that. Looks like it's all yours today, Judge.
Would you like the reinforcements
When
to
I-
come back in?
When
or is
I
it
get
safe
over
now?
having my feelings hurt that nobody other than those people who are required to stay here have to stay here. All right, well, after what in my opinion was an extremely long time of legislative proposing options that would give us money, take us away money, give us money, take us away money, we finally had an answer and put all the pieces to the puzzle together. You've got your budget books in front of you. I know you haven't had a chance to look at them, so I'm going to do a very high-level overview for you. You can have a couple weeks to look at them and then get back with Dr. Carmen with any questions. No action will be taken tonight. Just kind of wanted to give you an update on where the pieces fell. So these are the things that we're going to be talking about. Changes to the general fund and local option budgets. We'll talk about how those changed from last year. Budget changes from the prior year. These are the things that changed on how we want to spend our money. We're going to talk about enrollment. It doesn't affect us as much because we're under block grants. We still need to take a look at where we're at and how that's changing. The assessed valuation obviously has a big impact on the money that we're able to collect and with the mill levy. So obviously related to the mill levy there, we'll talk about that. And we'll talk about the budget timeline. I had to kind of laugh when I pulled out my budget presentation from last year and started copying these pieces in. And this slide, the title was exactly the opposite last year. General fund. We had an increase in the general fund, sort of, last year, and now we have a sort of decrease in the general fund. For 2015-16, the school year that just ended, we had a general fund budget of $61.5 million. For next year, I'm proposing a general fund budget of $53.4 million, which is a decrease of about $8.1 million. It's kind of a scary number, but it's really not that bad. Most of it's in flow-through items. When we talked last year, we were talking about how the state had decided that we would put money into the general fund, it would sit there for a short amount of time, and then it would take a hop, skip, and a jump over to where it was actually supposed to go. So that
arbitrarily inflated the general fund budget. Well, now they're gonna pull some of those pieces back out. So the LOB state aid is one of those items. Last year, 2 years ago, the LOB state aid went straight to the LOB. In 2015-16, we were required to put it in the general fund and then transfer it to the LOB. So it made our general fund budget look a little bit bigger than it really was. They decided, for whatever reason, we're not going to do that anymore. The LOB state aid money will go straight to the LOB. So that's a change from one year to the next, and that will account for about $9.2 million of that difference. Capital outlay state aid is exactly the same thing. 2014-15, capital outlay state aid went directly to capital outlay fund. Did not pass go, did not stop at the general fund. But in 2015-16, it was required to stop in the general fund, and that amounted to $0.4 million. Capers funding, this actually goes the other direction. Part of the reason for that is the fourth quarter fiscal year 16 payment for Capers has been delayed, and we won't see that until later. So we should have all 4 quarters of payments for Capers in this next year's budget, but we didn't have all 4 payments last year. So that change amounts for $1.6 million. So the net decrease to the general fund is 8.0, I think it was 8.2 on the other slide, 8.1. So these are all the big pieces of the puzzle. So really, every single one of those items is not money that we could spend. It has another purpose that normally wouldn't be spent in the general fund. So there really are no changes to the money that's going to be spent in the general fund. The local option budget. For 2016-17, I'm proposing a local option budget of $16.7 million. Last year, we had a budget of $16 million. So that increase is $676,000. Now, this will put us at 30% of our LOB base general fund. Last year, we were at 28.8. You have the authority to take it to 30%. That is the max that we can go. So that cap of $16,676,760 is the maximum amount that we can have in the LOB at this point in time.
So that raises it to 30%, that is the 30%.
That is the 30%. I'm proposing that we go ahead and do that with this budget. If we talk about the changes, how did I plug the numbers in and how did everything fall out? Included in your budget for this year, we were able to maintain the salary schedule for both classified and certified employees. That amounted to about $650,000. So those are additional expenses that we did not have in last year's budget. We did not have to go through the program budgeting process. As you know, we kind of squeaked that clean about as much as we can. Last year, we went through and did some administrative reorganization. And we also absorbed some teaching positions and some classified positions in order to balance the budget. This year we did not have to do that. We were able to do that without going and looking for some additional cost reductions. I was also able to increase our reserves. You know, one of the things that we've talked about is that revenue projections are not being met at the state level. And I'm very concerned that next year we may have a mid-year cut. We have had a mid-year cut 3 out of the last 5 years, maybe 6 years. Okay. Prior to that, my understanding is we've never had mid-year cuts. We were given our budget, we were told what our funding would be, and we could count on that money to be there. At this point, I don't know that I'm comfortable counting on all that money to be there. So I think that we need to be fiscally responsible, be able to pay our bills, and make payments on the promises that we made to our employees and our vendors. The enrollment summary. Again, this doesn't have a lot to do with our funding. It doesn't have anything to do with our funding anymore, but it's nice to see kind of what our trend has been. For 2015, September 20th, the school year that just ended, the FTE as audited was 7,219.9, which was an increase of 68.7 FTE from the prior year. Now, if you look at 14 and you look at 15, we have over 100 students that we've increased in those 2 years. Those 2 years were under block grants. Under the old formula, we would have received additional funding for those students. We did not receive any additional funds for those students. assessed valuation. For 2016, our assessed valuation came in at $327 million. It was a decrease of about $1.4 million from the prior year, which is a decrease of 0.4%. I was pretty happy with that. In talking with some of our neighbors, and talking with some other local entities, their valuations went down considerably more. So I feel very fortunate that was all we had for an increase. Summary of the mill levies. This is what historically we've done over the past few years. The far right-hand column will give you the 16-17 mill levy with the budget that I have presented to you. One thing to notice, capital outlay looks a little strange, but back here in these years, there was state aid that was available to us if our LOB was a little bit higher. So we moved some mills into LOB and then moved them back out when that state aid wasn't available to us anymore. If we reduce to 48.8 mills, that will be a reduction of 3.16 mills for this year. And with the exception of 2014-15, that'll be the lowest mill levy that we've had in recent years. What were some of the things that affected the mill levy? Why are we able to reduce it? Oops. Positive impact factors, increase in LOB state aid. The LOB state aid, when it was frozen under block grants, we were at, I apologize, I can't remember off the top of my head. I didn't pull it. But it has increased. As we've talked about, we are higher or lower, however you want to look at it, on the assessed valuation, average assessed valuation scale. So we qualify for additional LOB state aid. We are now at 66.7% state aid. So of that $16.7 million LOB that I'm proposing, the state will pay for 66.7% of that. That's significant for us. Increase in capital outlay state aid. We are now at 54% state aid in our capital outlay budget. So for the amount of capital outlay that we require for this year, the state is going to pay for 54% of that. Increase in bond and interest state aid. Last year, our bond and interest state aid was 46%. So they assisted us with 46% of the principal and interest payments that we had to make. This year, they will assist us with 54%. So that's a considerable amount of money that the state will be sending to us to help us make those payments, all because of our assessed valuation and where we fall on that scale. We also had a decrease in bond interest payments, and this has to do with the refinancing that we did over this past year. Had we not done that, our bond and interest payments would have increased significantly because we were hitting another milestone on our principal payments, and additional principal is going to be due. And that principal is still due, however, we were able to reduce our interest payments so that we actually stayed flat in our requirements for bond and interest payments for this year. The negative impact factors for the mill levy was basically the decrease in assessed valuation. It wasn't a huge factor, but it did play into it. One mill does not generate what it did a year ago. Here's how we compare to other districts. Now, the caveat on this one is we are in red. We're second from the bottom. 48.8 is the proposed mill levy rate for 2016-17. We don't know what the other districts are doing. These are their 15-16 rates. So it's possible that some of our brother and sister districts will also be receiving additional state aid and possibly be able to reduce their mill levies as well. But I believe last year on the schedule we were fourth from the bottom. Now we're second from the bottom. We're still maintaining a very low profile as far as where our mill levy is in comparison to other similar districts. Next board meeting, I will answer any questions that you have. We can have a discussion on the budget as it's been presented, and I will ask for your approval to publish the budget. And then 2 weeks from that, I would like to have the public hearing on the budget and wrap this thing up.
lot to take a look at.
Put you to sleep if you're not careful. That's why I write orange binder on these.
Yeah.
Okay.
Madam President, I might just point out that there wasn't too many of these riveting presentations ago by KJ that she was sharing with you under the law that was in effect in April and May, that we would likely be having to increase our quality because block grants cut state aid funding, that's funding to the poorest school districts in the state. That was changed after the Supreme Court ruling in the special session of the legislature in June. And the resulting law now has restored that state aid, and really, taxpayers in Garden City will see the benefit of moving away from that part of the block grant funding. And so it's certainly good news to be able to share with the board tonight.
Well, we appreciate all the work that you did, and this is certainly moving in a better direction than we had thought that it might. So, thank you so much.
Sure, they can watch it on YouTube and read about it tomorrow. Yay. Thank you for jumping right on this too. I know you just got your forms here recently, so maybe you didn't have them at the last board meeting. So in typical accounting fashion, I'm sure you've been doing all-nighters and all those crazy hours that you guys just love to do. We do. And I thank the Lord that people like you exist. But thank you for putting that on the front burner for the district. Appreciate it.
Well, moving on, it looks like we're into the committee assignments. One of the things I wanted to do at this meeting is just to remind